Welcome back, Book Talk enthusiasts, to another exciting episode of Dragons and Spaceships, where we shine a spotlight on all of the sci-fi and fantasy books that are taking the platform by a storm. I'm your host, Brandi, and today we're diving into a brand new fantasy novel that has been generating lots of buzz, When the Moon Hatched by Sarah A. Parker. This one is packed with dragons, epic world building, and of course, a hint of romance. So if you're a fan of complex characters and high stakes magic, buckle up because this book has got it all. But before we dive into this book, as always, let's take a look at the Realm and Galactic rankings and highlight a currently trending sci-fi or fantasy book. Today, we are going to highlight The Midnight Kingdom by Tara Sim. This is the second installment in the Dark God series. The Midnight Kingdom follows 4 protagonists, each grappling with their own powers and destinies as they prepare to face an ancient god. Filled with rich world building, dark magic, and complex relationships, it's perfect for readers who love high stakes fantasy with a dash of prophecy and fate. Have you read this popular book yet? Tell us what you think about it in the comments and let us know if you think it's something we should cover on this podcast. All right, let's get back into it. When the Moon Hatched is the first book in Sarah A. Parker's Moonfall series. And let me tell you, this world is unlike anything you've seen before. Imagine a world where when dragons die, they rise into the sky and become moons. But here's the twist. Sometimes those moons fall back to Earth, causing absolute chaos and destruction. These events, known as moonfalls, are central to the story's tension and stakes. This book follows Raya V, an assassin who's allied with a rebel group. After a mission goes sideways, Raya V finds herself captured by the Guild of Nobles, a powerful Fae faction, and as if things weren't complicated enough, she's thrown together with Khan Vaegor, the intense king of the Burn and Dragon Rider. Khan has a tragic backstory and a serious grudge, so their dynamic is electric from the start. Now, let's talk about the world building, because Sarah A. Parker has crafted something seriously impressive. When the Moon Hatched has this rich atmospheric setting where fantasy meets mystery. The concept of dragons turning into the moon is so unique, and Parker really leans into the magic of it. You can almost feel the weight of the moons hanging in the sky, knowing that they could fall at any moment and cause total devastation. The Fae Society, known as the Guild of Nobles, and their complex relationships with dragons and humans add so many layers to this world. It's not just a fantasy backdrop, it's a society with its own rules, legends, and conflicts that make you want to dig deeper into the lore. All right, let's dive into the characters, because Rafe and Khan are honestly what make this book so compelling. Rafe is a fierce assassin with a rebellious streak, but she also is relatable. She has her vulnerabilities, her doubts, and her moments when she's just trying to survive. It's not every day that you come across an assassin who feels so human, and that makes her journey resonate. Then we have Khan, the brooding king of the burn, and trust me, he's as intense as he sounds. He's haunted by the death of his great love, and he's not exactly thrilled to be tasked with protecting Rafe given their complicated history. But you know what they say, opposites attract, and their chemistry is off the charts. Their relationship gives us everything from tension and sarcasm and those quieter, heartfelt moments that bring them closer. If you love a slow burn romance where the stakes are high and emotionally as they are physically, Rafe and Khan's dynamic will keep you flipping pages. One thing that stands out in When the Moon Hatched is how it balances epic fantasy elements with deeply personal themes. The story explores loyalty, identity, and the lengths people go to for redemption. Rafe and Khan are both characters carrying heavy burdens from their past, and the story doesn't shy away from that. It's refreshing to see a fantasy book where the characters' inner battles are just as significant as the external ones. The tone of this book is adventurous, but it also has a certain darkness to it. There's a sense of impending doom every time a moonfall is mentioned, and that tension is always simmering in the background. But at its heart, the book is about growth, trust, and understanding, even in the face of danger and heartbreak. Should you read When the Moon Hatched? If you're a fan of high-stakes fantasy with complex characters and a world you can sink into, this book is absolutely worth picking up. It has all the ingredients for an epic journey: assassins, dragon riders, fae politics, and a slow burn romance that will keep you on the edge. Sarah A. Parker brings a lot of depth to her storytelling, and When the Moon Hatched does a great job of balancing action, intrigue, and emotion. This unique magic system and the imaginative world building makes it a refreshing read in the fantasy genre. Plus, with this being the start of the Moonfall series, there's a lot more to look forward to. I, for one, can't wait to see where Rafe and Khan's journey goes next. Don't leave yet, though, because before we go today, we have obviously our 2 other segments to go over. First, we have Dragon's Roar. In today's Dragon's Roar, we are diving into the latest drama or news in the book talk industry. Recently, Victoria Ayard finally announced the title of her debut adult romantasy book, Tempest, to come in 2026. She also confirmed that this is inspired by her love for Pirates of the Caribbean. I cannot wait to read this because I love pirates and I love romantasy, so that's a win-win in my book. Next, we have the Sorcerer Scrolls, where we look at some forthcoming fables and quests you can embark on soon. I've got some exciting book news for you today. Anna Hong, the bestseller author behind the Twisted series, is back for her next release, King of Envy. This is the 5th book in her King of Sin series, and it's set to hit the shelves on March 25th, 2025. Each book in the Kings of Sin series stand alone and dives into one of the 7 deadly sins, and this time we're exploring envy. While the plot details are still under wraps, knowing Anna, we can expect a steamy billionaire romance filled with complex characters, angsty twists, and then the intense chemistry she's known for. If you have been a fan of her morally gray characters and emotional depth, King of Envy is sure to deliver all of that and more. And best part, since each book is in the series is a standalone, you can dive into this one without reading the previous books. So get ready for a captivating ride in 2025 and mark your calendars for this release. Well, that's it for today's episode of Dragons and Spaceships. If you haven't already, add When the Moon Hatched by Sarah A. Parker to your reading list. It's the perfect mix of adventure, dark magic, and romance. Plus, who doesn't love a good dragon fantasy with a twist? Don't forget to subscribe for more book discussions, recommendations, and reviews. And if you've already read When the Moon Hatched, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Share your favorite moments or characters with us on social media. And don't forget to find us on social media for more quick and engaging book reviews and recommendations. Until next time, happy reading, stay curious, keep exploring the fantastical and the futuristic, and may your TBR pile never stop growing.